So, good day. So, for today, we're going to have our discussion on the fluid flow measurement, specifically on unsteady flow. Okay? So, the fluid flow through orifice, so yun, discuss natin before, weirs or tubes is said to be steady only if the total head producing the flow is constant. So, kaya yung ating nalala yung ating total head or the total mechanical energy head no, from our Bernoulli's equation, kung constant yon all throughout, masasabi natin steady yung flow. Di ba ang tawag pa nga natin ideal flow? Okay. Pero kung hindi ganon, no, kung hindi man mangyaring steady or should I say ideal yung flow, no, meron pa ring amount of volume, okay? Or the amount of liquid that being discharged for a total time t na pwede natin makompute using this formula. Okay, ito yan. So alam natin to no from our discussion ito. Volume is equal to discharge multiplied by time or galing saan? Sa formula ng discharge, di ba? Discharge is equal to volume over time. O, dito galing, kaya nakuha natin yung volume. Makakompute pa rin natin yung volume. Okay? So, in some conditions, no, the head over an orifice or tube or weir may vary as the fluid flows out and thus causing the flow to be unsteady. Okay? Nangyayari yung unsteady flow natin kapag ano, sabi natin kasi sa ideal flow, anong ulit naalala natin? Pag ideal flow, dito na lang siguro, yan. Kapag ideal yung ating flow, or yung ating flow ay naka-steady, wherein from our Bernoulli's energy equation na ngayon, the total head at point 1 is equal to the total head at point 2. Therefore, ano sinusunod natin? We are following continuity, wherein the discharge at point 1 is equal to the discharge at point 2. Yan. Yan ang sinusundan natin. Okay? Same yung ating principle and so on. Pero, since nagkakaroon nga tayo ng variation, no? Nagkakaroon ng instance wherein yung discharge natin, no, ay nagkakaroon ng variation from pagpasok do sa system at palabas sa system. Okay? Doon na natin nasasabi na unsteady yung flow. Okay? So, using this equation, balikan natin. Okay? So, sabi natin, volume is equal to the discharge times time. So, since volume is discharge times time, no, if nagkakaroon ng variation or magkakaroon ng ano, in this figure, no, kita natin na merong differential area na kinuha. So, A sub S. So, kung kumuha siya ng strip of area with certain limits, okay, na h sub 1, h sub 2 that speaks to its height, no? So, pwede natin gawing differential to. Lalabas na to equals to V is equal to Q times time. So, that is dV is equal to, ano na to, Q in, or dQ muna, dQ multiplied by dt. Yan. No, kasi kumata yung differential eh. So that is dV is equal to Q in minus Q out multiplied by dt. Yan. Where dV is the differential volume kasi kumata ng differential area eh. Okay? So and then dt is the differential time. Okay? So in this case, ina-assume natin na yung ating out ay mas malaki sa in. Therefore, ano mangyayari? Mababago yung sign, magiging negative. Kaya lumalabas kung ganon, no? Ang assumption nito is assuming or assume that Q sub out is greater than Q sub in. Kung ganon, lumalabas yung ating dV ay mag-yield to a negative value. Indicates na ano nangyari? Nabawasan. Okay, nabawasan yung ating volume. No? Kung ganon, kung magkakaroon ng pagbawas, okay, so i-continue natin yung ating formula, no? Kung ililipat natin with respect to their time, dt is equal to dv over q sub in minus q out. Okay? So I simplify natin to, okay, in terms of our height and with our area, alam natin that dV is equal to A sub S dH, no? Area times height. So, substituting that from the equation, that is dt is equal to A sub S dH over Q in, yan, minus Q out. So, para ma-eliminate natin yung ating differential sign, no? Integrate natin to. Ngayon ang limit. Limit natin is from a certain time, no? 0 to t. Yan ang lalabas, no? From 0 to t, kasi wala pang time, to, ano yung sa ating h, no? From, eto nakalagay sa gilid. From h sub 1, ibig sabihin hindi pa pagkalagay pa lang, ibig sabihin 0 pa yung time, mag-uumpisa pa lang, to a certain time wherein magiging h sub 2 na yung inyong level. So, lalabas to from h sub 1 to h sub 2. So, kung itutuloy natin yan, ganito na mangyayari doon sa equation na to. So, kung itutuloy natin yung pag-differentiate, lalabas ito ay t is equal to the integral of from h sub 1 to h sub 2. Kasi natin alam ko ano man yun. No? That is as dh over q in, yan, minus q out. Okay. Ito yung ating general equation. Ito. This is our general equation for time. Okay? For time. Kapag unsteady yung ating flow. Okay? Ito. Yan. Ito yung ating general equation for time if unsteady yung ating flow. No, hindi natin alam, no, ano ba yung height na yon. So, general equation siya. If mangyayari sa atin ay, if ang nangyari, yung ating Q in ay 0, okay? What if, no, yung ating Q in, sabihin walang, in this case, walang kahit na ano, no? If Q in is equal to 0, ano mangyayari? Walang pumapasok na liquid, lumalabas ng lahat. So kung ganun pala, no, ito na lang, if Q in or discharge na pumapasok equal to 0, mangyayari, no, from our equation kanina na T is equal to the integral of A sub S dH over Q in minus Q out ranging from H sub 1 or limited to H sub 2. Ngayon, 0 yung ating Q sub in. So, lalabas, no, pag sinimplify natin to, T is yung integral natin na A sub S dH over negative Q out ranging from H sub 1 to H sub 2. Ngayon, sir, magkakaroon ng negative, no? Magkakaroon ng negative. So, para magkaroon ng negative, kasi mawawala naman tayo ng, ano, mangyayari, pabaliktad, no? Ibig sabihin, tutuloy-tuloy lang pala, no? Yung ating, ano, yung ating liquid, 'di ba? Parang lumalabas, no? Pagbabaliktad rin natin yung ating sign, so there, yung ating limits, so interchanging yung ating limits dahil wala nga tayong Q sub in, so lalabas sa ating time is the integral of A sub S dH over Q out, pero unlimited to pabaliktad na H sub 2 to H sub 1 kasi wala nga tayong Q sub in. Okay. Note that if AS or the area or the surface area is variable, it must be expressed in terms of H. No, kung equation siya, kung hindi natin alam kung paano na-compute yung area or may certain value ng area pero siya ay variable, yung ating A sub S will be in terms of H. Okay. If it is variable, no? Yeah. If it is variable. Okay? So ayan, no? Ayan yung ating concern, no, kapag variable yung ating area. Okay? So, ngayon, kung may outflow tayo through, alam natin na yung outflow sa ating mga orifice, mga tubes, ayan, no? Sabi natin, no? Ito na lang. For orifice, yan. For orifice or tubes, okay? Ang ating outflow or out is equal to ano yun? C coefficient of discharge multiplied by the theoretical discharge, that is area square root na ang 2G H or Z. Diba? Yan ang ano natin, yan ang ating natutunan from our orifice wherein yung h na maliit dyan is pwede maging h na malaki kung yun yung designated na height or the difference in height. Okay? Ngayon, if magkakaroon ng variation, no, tulad nito, kung magkakaroon man ng variation tulad nito, yan. Okay? Tulad niyan, no? Ayan, ang sabi natin, if the orifice and the outflow, ayan, or orifice and tubes, the outflow is, ito, binanggit ko na. Ngayon, kung nagkakaroon ng variation doon sa ating tank, let's say, halimbawa, katulad nito, no? Kasi kanina, nagkaroon tayo ng Qin is equal to 0 eh. So, if orifice ito or tubes, at alam natin na ganito ang formula ng ating discharge, no? From our formula na diniscuss natin kanina, no? From our formula ng Archon, that is T is equal to yung limits natin, ano yun? A sub S dH over Q out na, no? Tapos, pinag-interchange natin, no? Assuming na, ano, na papalitan natin yung sign. Pero in this case, kung titignan natin yung nasa kanan natin na illustration, that will be equal to from H sub 1 to H sub 2. Yung indication ng negative, that means bumababa yung inyong discharge, no? Nababawas. So, yung D sub H natin dito ay pwede natin din matawag na DH, no? In terms of yung malaking H sub 1 at H sub 2. Yung ating Q out, ayan na nakalagay. So, kung i-interpret natin ito, simplify natin, so that is the integral of A sub S dH over CA square root ng 2G H ranging from H sub 1 to H sub 2. Okay? Ngayon, kung isi-simplify pa natin further at pagsasama-samahin natin yung unknown, okay, mangyayari ganito na siya, no? T is equal to the integral of, ano na mangyayari dito? So, pwede natin ilabas yung constant, no? Ano na ba yung mga constant? A sub S over C A, ano ba tong A na to? Area ng opening, square root of 2G, lahat yan constant. Matitira na lang is the integral ng, ano to? H raised to negative 1 half kasi 1 over square root of H times DH ranging from H sub 1 to H sub 2. Ayan na. Okay? To simplify further, no, ang mangyayari ay, ano, kung integrate natin, tutuloy natin yung integration process natin, that is A sub S over C A sub O square root ng 2G multiplied by, this is equal to 2H raised to 1 half. No? 2H raised to 1 half kasi, di ba, plus 1. No? Yan. 2H raised to 1 half over, or range niya na from H sub 1 to H sub 2. Okay? Ayan na yun. So kung isi-simplify pa further yan, mangyayari ganito na. Yan. Okay? So that is T is equal to 2A sub S over C times A sub O, area ng opening ng orifice, multiplied by square root of 2G multiplied by the square root of H sub 1 minus square root ng H sub 2, yung height after mabawasan na to a certain period of time. Okay? Ayan na. Okay? Yan na yung ating time to compute para sa ating flow. Okay? Yan na yung time. Now, meron pa tayong mga other factors na i-consider. No? If the liquid flows through a submerged orifice or tube connecting two tanks, parang katulad nung na-discuss natin na nakaraan, so yung ating formula, no, from yung ating formula natin na dinerive, no? So lalabas yan na magkakaroon tayo ng variation in terms of yung ating derivation. Okay? Ayan. So ito na yung formula niya. So from the formula kanina na simpleng ano lang, A sub S, no? Or 2A sub S, ito balikan natin. From this simple formula ng time, okay? Ito, dahil magko-connect tayo sa dalawang tube, no? Dalawang tube na ito. So lalabas ito na yung time natin, no, para magkaroon ng pagbaba from tank 1 to tank 2, no, sa pangalawang tank. That is 2A sub S over C times A sub O, area ng ating orifice, is square root of 2G multiplied by the integral of, ito na, AS sub 1 multiplied by AS sub 2 over AS sub 1 plus AS sub 2 multiplied by H raised to negative 1/2 dH, no? Or, na may limits na H sub 2 to H sub 1, doon sa illustration yun, no? Kasi lalabas dyan, bababa, no, yung ating level ng tubig. No, nakikita nyo ba? Bababa siya. Okay? Tapos, if constant yung ating area, ibig sabihin, magkaparehas. So, makaka-cancel na natin yung ating integration process. So, magiging ganito na lang siya, no? Constant yung ating area. So, lalabas, ito na yung ating, yan, no, hindi nag-vary from 0.1 to 0.2 pababa, no, constant. Ito na yung ating formula, no, kapag in-integrate na natin, no, itinuloy natin yung integration process. Okay? So, ayan yung ating equation, no, sa ating time kapag through orifice. Parehas sa parehas lang. Ang nangyari lang is, from the unsteady flow na orifice, ito, yung kanina, ito, yan. No? Ito kasi wala, orifice lang, no? Ngayon kung naging dalawa, magkakaroon ka ng multiplier ito. Yan. So, pwede mo tayong consider na multiplier mo since ito yung area nung dalawang tank. Okay? So, may indicate naman yan in terms of yung kung ano man yung area na yon since constant niya all throughout ng tank. So, consistent yung tank. Kung hindi, in terms of certain height or gagamit pa tayo ng calculus. Okay? That is for our orifice unsteady flow. Okay, na may dalawang tank. To apply that no with our problems, so magsagot tayo ng mga sample problems. So, let's have this first problem. Sabi dito, a 1.5 meter diameter vertical cylinder tank 3 meters high contains 2.5 meters of water. A 100 millimeter diameter circular sharp edge orifice is located at the bottom. Assume C is equal to 0.60. Ayan, nakabigay na. Ang pinapano sa atin, letter A, how long will it take to lower the water level to 1 meter deep after opening the orifice? And letter B, how long will it take to empty the tank? Ayan. So wala tayong illustration. So i-drawing natin yung illustration natin based kung paano sinabi yung problem. Ayan. Di ba palagi naman ganun? Kung paano kinuwento ang problem, ganun natin sasagutan yung problem. Okay? So, sabi sa atin, 1.5 meter diameter. So, we are expecting na meron tayong 1.5 meter diameter na tank. So, yan. Let's say ito yun. Yan. 1.5 meter daw yung diameter ng tank natin. 1.5 meters. Okay? And then, sinabi sa atin na contain siya ng 2.5 meters of liquid. Water ang indicate. So, let's say ito yun. No? Yan. 2.5 meters. Okay? Pero yung total height ng tank natin, as indicated dyan, 3 meters. Okay? 3 meters yung height ng ating tank. Ang tanong sa atin is, no? How long will it take to level the water to 1 meter deep after opening the orifice? So may orifice daw dito. Sa ilalim, ito. Yan, may orifice dito. Yan. Na 100 millimeter diameter ang sukat. Yan. Ang tanong sa atin, ano daw yung time kung saan magiging 1 meter na lang? Siguro nandito. Ito yon. Ano yung time wherein 1 meter na lang yung ating tubig sa loob ng tank? Kapag may orifice ka na 100 millimeter diameter. Okay? O, yun ang tanong sa atin. Ano daw magiging time? And pangalawa, ano daw yung time wherein wala nang laman talaga yung tubig. Okay? So, let's answer the problem first, no, dun sa umpisa natin pinapahanap. Letter A, pinapahanap sa atin, 1 meter deep or level of water, yan, ano yung time? Okay? So from our formula, no, kung natatandaan ninyo, dinerive natin kanina, that is T is equal to 2AS over C, area ng opening, square root ng 2G, multiplied by square root ng H sub 1 minus, yan, square root no, H sub 2. Yan. Okay? Ayan, yan yung formula natin kanina. So, given sa atin, mukhang binigyan tayo ng given. Meron tayong H sub 1. Anong ulit yun kanina? Sinabi, 2.5. Yun yung umpisa, di ba? And then, mangyayari, H sub 2 after the opening of the orifice, magiging 1 meter na lang. O yan. Yan lang yung problem sa atin. So, kung yan yung problem, mangyayari ay, na ano daw mangyayari? So, kapag kinompute natin, so, let's compute no yung ating magiging time. For our time, that is 2 AS, that is 2. Ano yung area? Area ng stream or water. Area ng ating container, that is 2 times pi over 4 d squared, no, 1.5 squared over, yan, that is C, given sa atin yung C. Assume C na equal to 0.6 meter. So C, 0.6 or 0.6, walang dimension. Multiplied by the area ng opening, that is pi over 4 multiplied by 100 millimeters, so 0.1 squared multiplied by square root ng 2 times 9.81. O yan. Multiplied by square root ng 2.5 minus square root ng 1. Okay? So, our time here no, na mako-compute natin, okay, yung time na mako-compute natin dito is 98.4 seconds. Okay? So, rounded up na yan. Okay? 98.4 seconds. This is for the level ng water na 1 meter. Ngayon, kung gusto natin malaman yung level ng water para ma-empty, no? So, eto ibahin natin, no? Ibahin natin 'to. Ano na yun dito? Bali yung ating H sub 2 na dito is equal to 0. Ayun. So, I will give it to you, no? Kung ano magiging sagot ninyo. Okay, practice para makita nyo kung sino bang mas mabilis kapag in-empty ba siya or at a certain level ng 1 meter. Of course, kapag empty, mas mabagal, mas kakain ng time. So, ang tanong, anong oras yon or ilang seconds yon, no? Kung seconds siya or minutes ang tinatanong. Pero dahil wala namang binanggit sa problem kung anong klase ng time, seconds or minutes, so pwede ng seconds para mas makita natin yung ano ba, yung tagal, no? Kasi pag minutes, magiging ano lang to, 1 point something, 1 point, ano ba, 1.5 minutes, no? Parang hindi mo makita kung gaano katagal yon. Pero kung seconds yon, so mas maliit na pagkakahati-hati ng oras, parang mas makikita mo kung gaano nga ba katagal or kabilis. Okay? That is for our problem number 1. So now let's move with problem number 2. An open cylindrical tank 4 meters in diameter and 10 meter high contains 6 meter of water and 4 meters of oil with a specific gravity na 0.8. Find the time to empty the tank through a 100 millimeter diameter orifice at the bottom. Assume C sub C or coefficient of contraction na 0.9 and coefficient of velocity na 0.98. Yan. Yan ang pinapahanap sa atin. Oh. Paano na to ngayon? Yan. So, first things first, katulad ng palagi nating ginagawa, okay? We have to draw, kasi wala tayong figure. So, we have to draw the problem based kung paano siya kinwento. Okay? Sabi dito, an open cylindrical tank 4 meter diameter and 10 meter high. Okay? Yun muna. So, meron daw tayong tank, no? Na 4 meter yung diameter. Okay? So, ba ito? Yung ating tank. Yan. 4 meter yung diameter niya. Let's say ito yun. Okay. 4 meters yung diameter and then 10 meters high. So, let's say ito yung ating height. No? 10 meters daw yan. Ang sabi sa atin, contains daw siya ng 6 meters of water and 4 meters of oil. Ngayon, ang tanong, nasaan ang water, nasaan ang oil? So, based sa ating specific gravity, mukhang mas mabigat ang tubig dahil ang specific gravity ng oil ay 0.8 lang. So, alam natin to from our fluid mechanics, no? Let's say, nandito yon. So, ito yung ating, yan. Ito yung ating water, yan. At ito naman, let's say ito, yan. Yung ating oil, na mayroong specific gravity na 0.8. Yan. Yan na. So, pero binigyan tayo ng isa pang given. Ang sabi, find the time to empty the tank or this time empty. Uubusin daw yung tank. Okay? Na may orifice sa baba ulit. No? Binigyan na naman tayo ng orifice sa baba. Sabi, meron daw orifice dito sa baba na ang diameter ay, ang sabi sa atin, 100 millimeter diameter ulit. Na yan, na orifice. Okay? Kaya tanong sa atin, find the time to empty. So, T or time to empty the tank. Yan. Find the time to empty the tank. Given na lahat, C sub C 0.9 and C sub V na 0.98. Okay. O yan na, given na sa atin. So, kung ganyan pala ang format, mukhang kayang-kaya nating sagutan. So, balikan natin. Ano nga ulit ang formula binigay sa atin? The time to compute for a tank with an open orifice, no? Na binigay sa atin, that is 2 A sub S over C A sub O square root ng 2G multiplied by the square root ng H sub 1 minus square root ng H sub 2. Paano to ngayon? Sir, magkaiba ng liquid. Diba? Magkaiba ng klase ng liquid. We have a water and oil, no? Pero, kung natatandaan ninyo yung ating concept ng pag-compute ng head, di ba? Alam natin na ano nga ulit? Na kung ano yung nasa baba natin na liquid, yun ang mag-govern. Okay? Yun ang mag-govern. So, paano na to? Paano natin to mako-compute? So, mula dito sa idea ng ating time, so, gawin muna natin para medyo madali sa ating lahat, gawin natin tong coefficient. Ayan. Ano ba to? Coefficient of what? Let's say parang time. Coefficient ng time or C sub t. Let's say, i-denote lang natin. Wala naman to sa ibang lecture, pero i-denote natin ng C sub t na ito. 2as over C sub A sub O orifice square root ng 2g. Ihiwalay muna natin para mas mabilis or yung ating parang C sub t yan. C sub t is equal to 2 multiplied by area ng ating tank, no, pi over 4 or pi d squared over 4. Ano yung d natin? That is 4 meters. 4 squared over C. Binigay ba sa atin yung C? Hindi. Pero, alam natin na yung C is equal to C sub C times C sub V. So, given sa atin yung C sub C, that is 0.9 times 0.98. O, diretso na lang natin. 0.9 times 0.98 multiplied by area ng ating orifice, pi over 4 multiplied by 0.1 squared. Yan. Tuloy pa natin dito. Square root ng 2 times 9.81. Yan. Yung ating magiging dictate natin as coefficient of time, no? Na be equal to 819.1. Yan. O, i-ano muna natin yan, i-hold muna natin. O, i-hold muna natin. Okay? O, paano to ngayon? Ngayon, kailangan nating alamin yung magiging H sub 1, eto na. Ano ang H sub 1 at H sub 2? Dahil lalabas na, babalikan natin yung illustration, dito tayo. Yan. Ano magiging value ng H sub 1, H sub 2? So, by the way, yung height ng water as given do sa ating problem, this is 6 meters at yung ating oil, yung natira of course, 4 meters. Ayan. Paano natin mako-compute yung H sub 1 tsaka H sub 2. Ano nga yung H sub 1? Yung umpisa, no? Bago mawala or hindi pa binubuksan yung orifice. For h sub 1, so dito natin compute sa tabi para kita natin yung illustration. For h sub 1, yan. This is equal to, so meron tayong tubig. Tubig yung lumalabas sa atin, water. So, yun yung ating pagbabasihan na liquid. So, 6 plus, meron tayong height na 4, pero oil at meron tayong specific gravity na 0.8. Yan. So, it will give us a value na 9.2 meters. And for our H sub 2, okay, paano yung H sub 2 natin? H sub 2 is, yan, paano? That is equal to, kung mauubos mo na yung tubig, okay, ibig sabihin, this is for the time to empty the water, okay? H sub 2 is height, yan, to empty the water lang, okay? H sub 2, that is 4 times 0.8, that is 3.2 meters, okay? So, balikan natin, ito, yan. So, meron tayong C sub T na 819.10, okay? So, dito muna, okay, compute mo natin. Time, yan, to empty the water. Yan. Kasi magkaibang klase ng liquid di ba? So, time to empty the water, that is C sub T, sorry, T is equal to C sub T multiplied by square root ng H sub 1 minus square root ng H sub 2. So, sabi natin, ito 819.10 na compute natin. Multiplied ba nang ulit yung ating H sub 1? So, that is 9.2 meters. Ayan. So, 9.2 meters, square root yan, minus square root ng 3.2 meters. Okay? So, it will give us a value, or let's say, lagay mo dito times sub 1 na equals sa 1,019.3 or 0.3 seconds. Yan. Ganyan katagal. Okay? Kasi ba naman, 10 meters yung total na height no? Pero 6 meters yung water, so medyo madami. So this is for the time to empty the water. O ngayon, paano naman yung time to empty the oil? Okay. So, yan. So, time to empty the oil, kasi tubig, of course, tubig muna yung unang lalabas. Anong ulit yung formula natin? T is equal to C sub T square root ng H sub 1 minus square root ng H sub 2. So, alam na natin ito, no? C sub T natin is 819.10. So, ngayon, ang tanong, anong H sub 1? H sub 1 natin is yung height na ng oil na naiwan. That is 4 meters kasi yun na lang yung huli. At yung ating H sub 2 is 0 meter. So, ikututuloy natin yung ating equation. That is, dito na lang. So, T or T sub 2, that is equal to 819.10 multiplied by square root ng 4 minus square root ng 0. Ang ating time to empty the oil is 1,638.2 seconds. Okay? So, for the total time, ito na. Yan. Total time. Total time to empty the tank. That is T is equal to T sub 1 plus T sub 2. Okay? That is equal to T is equal to, anong yung T sub 1 natin na compute natin? That is 1,019.3. 1,019.3 plus 1,638.2. So our total time is equal to, ilan to? 2,657.5 seconds. Okay? So kung in minutes ang tinatanong, kasi medyo malaki-laki na to, kung i-convert natin sa minutes para makita natin yung ating variation, that is 44.3 minutes. O yan. Ang tagal. No? Ayan yung ating sagot sa problem na to. Okay? 2,657.5 seconds or 44.3 minutes. Ganun katagal po, no? Yung pag-compute natin sa time na yan. Okay? So that is for our second problem. And for the last problem for this unsteady flow, and so a tank in the form of a frustum of a right circular cone, 1.5 meter in diameter at the bottom and 3 meter diameter at the top, and 3.5 meter diameter high is full of water. A sharp edge orifice with C is equal to 0.62 is located at the bottom of the tank. What diameter of orifice is needed to empty the tank in 8 minutes? Oh, mukhang may kakaiba na naman sa problem, no? Somehow. Kasi mukhang binigyan tayo ng kakaibang illustration. So, ang tanong sa atin is, ano daw ang magiging diameter? What diameter of orifice is needed to empty the tank in 8 minutes? This time, binigyan tayo ng oras. 8 minutes. Okay? Binigyan tayo ng time. So, pero first things first, i-drawing mo natin yung tank. Ang sabi sa atin, meron daw tayong frustum of a right circular cone. Paano yun? Frustum ng right circular cone. So, let's say ito siya. Ang diameter daw sa bottom 1.5, sa taas 3. So, parang pabaliktad, no? Mas mataas to. Yan, tapos dito mas maliit. Yan, nakaganyan siguro. Yan. No? Frustrum daw eh. And then, so let's say ito yung ating 3 meters sa taas at 1.5 meters sa baba. Yan. Ang height daw ng ating pinaka cone, no? Or yung ating tank na cone na shape, 3.5 meters. Ayan. Ngayon, mayroon tayong sharp edge orifice, okay, na nasa ilalim. Ito, meron na nandito daw. Okay. Ngayon, ito, wala tayong diameter. Kasi yan ang pinapanap sa atin. Pero binigyan tayo ng time. Ang sabi sa atin sa time is 8 minutes. Ayan. 8 minutes yung oras. O ngayon, paano natin ito isosolve? Okay? Paano natin isosolve? Okay? So, alam natin from our general formula ng ulit yun, T is equal to, no? The integral ng ating A sub S dH, yan, over Q out. Okay? Dahil isa lang naman yung ating orifice, or should I say isa lang, yung wala nang pumapasok, lumalabas lang. Tapos pinagbaliktad natin yung ating limits, no, para maging positive kasi negative yan eh. H sub 2 to H sub 1. Okay? Pero alam natin, ang orifice na formula, discharge, theoretical, actual is C A sub O square root ng 2GH. Yan. No? Eh, alam natin na yung H na maliit dyan is yung H na malaki din, no? Given yan. No? Sabi natin, may mga instances talaga na ganito. Yan. Yung height, pati natukoy natin dyan na square root ng 2GH, yun yung H na maliit. Okay? So, since binigyan na tayo ng C na 0.62, binigay sa problem, ito. Okay? So, pwede natin sabihin na yung discharge ng orifice is 0.62 A sub O square root ng 2G yung H na maliit. Ayan. Okay? O paano ngayon to? Paano natin gagawin? Hindi natin alam kasi yung height. Okay? Yun lang. Wala sa ating nakakaalam kung ano yung magiging height. Basta ang sabi lang sa atin, no? Meron lang tayong time to empty the tank ng 8 minutes. So, meron tayong unknown height. Let's say nandito yon. Ito. Ito na siguro. Dito siguro. Ito, height na to. Yan. Height. Kung meron tayong height na yan, okay? Meron tayong height. Meron tong, meron tong radius, no? O let's say R. Kasi, diameter, di ba? Parang, ito yung buong yan, no? Ito yan, no? Yan. Ito yung ating liquid, no? Meron yung radius. Okay? O, ngayon, ang tanong, paano natin kukumputin yung radius na yan? Okay, o, sige, dito tayo ngayon. Yan. From our illustration kanina, ito, yan. Paano natin mako-compute? Di ba ito, 3 meters to. So, kalahati nito dito is 1.5, no? Tapos sa baba, kalahati nito ay 0.75. Yan. So, para makuha yung radius, lalabas, pwede natin masabi na kung right naman to, right angle naman to, or right circular cone, that is yung R natin is 0.75 plus unknown value X. Ito yung may iwan dito. Ito, dito. May unknown value X na. Okay? Lagay natin. Yung ating radius para dun sa liquid na kung ano man yun is equal to 0.75 plus unknown value X. Okay? O paano natin makakupit yung X? Through ratio and proportion. Balikan natin. That is, diba ito X, pwede ba natin magawa yung ating triangle dito? No? Lalabas, ito yung ating X na distance, ito yung ating H. Ayan. Okay? Kung ano man yung liquid na yon, liquid height. Over saan? Pwede ba tayo masabihin na yung diameter na 0.75 over doon sa ating height na 3.5 kung puno? Di ba? Right triangle, no? So, lalabas, x over h is equal to 0.75 over 3.5. So, x is equal to 0.75 over 3.5 h. So, itutuloy natin tong radius na to. R is equal to 0.75 plus 0.75 over 3.5 h. Ayan. Paano natin gagawin to? So, ganito, no, yung ating radius, okay? So, pwede ba tayo ano ba dito? Pwede ba tayo mag-multiply? Ano kayang gagawin? I-divide natin both sides, no, ng ano? 0.75 over 3.5, no? Pwede, no? I-divide natin both sides ng 0.75 over 3.5. So, lalabas na lang ang radius. Okay, kung finactor out natin, lalabas is 0.75 over 3.5 multiplied by 3.5 plus h. Ayan. Ayan ang kalalabasan, no? So, from there, okay, so pwede natin makompute na yung area in terms of h. Okay? Ano area natin? A sub S, or para doon sa tubig, sa stream, di ba? Hindi naman napuno yung tangke, pero may area lang yung ating stream, or sa tubig natin, kung ano man yung liquid na yon or water na nakalagay yun sa problem, that is pi r squared, di ba? Pi r squared kasi radius ang binigay sa or meron tayo. So, kung substitute natin yan, a sub s equals to pi, multiply na yung radius natin, that is 0.75 over 3.5, 3.5 plus h na naka-squared. Oh, by the way, paano nangyari to? So, dinivide lang natin lahat to, finactor out natin ng 0.75 over 3.5 para maging h na lang, no? Kasi mahirap nga namang i-limit or lagyan ng kung anumang limits, no? Kung meron pa tayong numerical coefficient do sa ating h. Okay? So, if that's the case, so pwede nating ituloy, no, yung pag-compute. So, lalabas yung ating area ng ating stream is 0.144 multiplied by 12.25 plus, plus 7h plus h squared. Yan. Yan yung area. Ano nga ulit yung time natin? Our time is 8 minutes or kung i-convert natin into seconds, that is 480 seconds. Okay? Yung ating h sub 1, anong h sub 1 natin? Ang ating h sub 1 is 3.5. Okay? Dahil hindi natin alam kung tayo ng differential height eh. So in this case, yung ating H sub 1 is 3.5 assuming na puno multiplied by, or should I say ating H sub O is 0, empty. Okay? So, ang next natin dito is apply natin lahat ng to dun sa ating general equation. Anong ulit yung general equation natin? So, lalabas, no, from our general equation, kung isa-substitute natin siya, that's the limit ng A sub S, that is 0.144 multiplied by 12.25 plus 7h plus h squared. Then dh, okay, over Q sub O natin na from RP 0.62, A sub O square root ng 2 times 9.81 times square root ng H, okay, square root ng H, ranging from 0 to 3.5. Okay. Ngayon, pag sinimplify natin, further ito, nilabas natin lahat yung ating mga constant values, okay, na dapat nating ihiwalay. Lalabas dito is 9, 1, ayan. At this time pala, sorry, itong time na to is equal to 480. Okay. So kung i-simplify natin lahat, no, ilabas natin mga constant values, 9154.2 A sub O is equal to the integral ng ito. Ito na lang matitira. 12.25 h raised to negative 1 half yung nasa ilalim. Ayan. Plus 7h raised to 1 half kasi nabawas. Okay. Plus h raised to 3 halves. Ayan. dh ranging from 0 to 3.5. Yan. So, kapag kinumpit natin ito, diretso using our calculator na tinuloy-tuloy natin, so meron tayong magkakaroon tayo ng value ng ating A sub O. Okay? Magkakaroon tayo ng ating value ng A sub O na equal sa 0.009448 square meter. Okay, A sub O ito. So, to find for the diameter, that is 0.009448 is equal to pi d squared over 4. So, our diameter ng orifice is equal to 0.1097 meter, or kung in millimeters siya, that is 109.7 millimeters. Okay? So, this is our answer for that problem. Okay? So, ginamitan natin ang calculus and at the same time, the idea of the general equation for unsteady flow. Okay? So, that's it for our discussion on the unsteady flow under fluid flow measurement.